day, long before qualifications, the fastest cars ever to leave Detroit assembly lines are shaking down, ready to meet the challenge of a 500-mile run. This is a once-a-year classic, the World Series of stock car auto racing. This race and others like it have become the nation's greatest testing ground of automobiles and accessories. And 13 makes of cars are ready to meet the challenge of a 1 3/8 track, the fastest stock car racing arena in the world. After practice comes the first test, qualification. Number 3 and number 92 wait at the starting line. Both cars prepared now. A rookie who drove sensationally in high-speed experimental tests run at this track earlier in the year. These qualifying runs are important. They determine position in the starting lineup for the race. Fastest man starts at the front of the field, and Goldsmith wants a top spot. He eases his Chevrolet to the first turn, coming up to racing speed. He's ready and on his run. Goldsmith's first lap sets a new record, better than 115 miles an hour. Into the long backstretch, Goldsmith is pouring it on. And after 4 record-breaking laps, comes up to the checkered flag with a new track record. Goldsmith qualifies at an average speed of 116 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour better than last year's record. A man to beat, Speedy Thompson, ready to qualify a new Chevrolet. This car carries the same number that Thomas has made famous in stock car racing competition across the nation. He's up to speed, and the quiet Carolina countryside echoes to the mighty roar of his engine. Thomas qualifies. He roars toward the checkered flag at the end of a 4-lap run at 115 miles an hour. A Ford to the line with Marvin Panch at the wheel. His hood painted with the sign 260 horsepower. And Panch can handle the power. His practice runs have been fast. Panch takes the green flag and begins to travel. And records only an hour old are smashed beneath the driving wheels of number 8. Panch meets the checkered flag at an average speed just short of 117 miles an hour. The sound of record-shattering runs bring mechanics and crewmen to the pit wall as Speedy Thompson rolls out in a Chrysler 300B. Speedy's first lap is 119.2 miles an hour. His 4-lap average an amazing 118. A tribute to high-performance engine. 7 years ago, top qualifying speed was a mere 82 miles an hour. This sums up the challenge to mechanics of cars not yet qualified. Although these cars are strictly stock, there's a lot of work between showroom and speed trials. No one knows better than Tim Flock, twice NASCAR national champion, and his brother, mechanic Bob Flock. Tim drives this Ford. How fast will it run? Only 3 more days of qualification to find out. Within those 3 days, this chassis will be ready to race. Skilled mechanics will drop in an engine, tune it, send it out for practice, and tear it down again in a never-ending search for speed, endurance, and dependability. Parts, accessories, fuels, lubricants, all must withstand the test of competition here in the toughest contest in the automotive world. These mechanics literally eat and sleep with their machines. The amazing qualification speeds of these stock passenger automobiles is the talk of the pit area. The automotive skill and know-how of the mechanics plays a big part in the outstanding performance of the cars. Smokey Unick owns and handles the wrenches on 2 cars being driven by top contenders and is a 4-time winner of the coveted Winning Mechanic Award. This award, presented by the makers of Wynn's friction-proofing products, honors top racing mechanics in more than 20 fields of racing each year. Smokey Unick's 2 drivers are 3-time Darlington winner Herb Thomas and front-running rookie Paul Goldsmith. As Goldsmith lends a helping hand, Unick goes to work on the differential. Unick won't take a chance on rear-end failure. This machine will travel 500 miles in 5 hours, and lubricants must stand up to heat, dirt, and high-speed friction mile after mile. Nowhere is performance more important to racing drivers and mechanics than in the finely tuned engines. Speed, power, and endurance for 500 miles. These are the yardsticks against which every product used on American racing tracks is measured. All the drivers and mechanics competing here spend weeks bringing their cars to the peak of performance. As soon as a malfunction is noticed, a mechanic goes to work putting the car in top shape. Performance protection is the aim of every crew, and nothing goes into these cars unless it has been proven time and time again on the toughest automotive proving ground, the stock car racing tracks. As soon as mechanic and driver are satisfied they can really go, they go. Buck Baker, teammate of Speedy Thompson, eases his Chrysler 300B into a qualifying run, climbing the high bank at better than 117 miles an hour. And there goes yesterday's record. One lap complete at 120 miles an hour, and a full run at an average of 119.6 miles an hour, almost 8 miles faster than last year's record. As Baker roars across the finish line, the starter's signal goes to Tim Clark, last year's record setter. Clark moves his Ford smoothly in his run. Back in the pits, Buck Baker and his crew are jubilant with the new record. Tim Clark qualifies at 116 miles an hour, 4 miles better than last year, yet incredible as it seems, almost 4 miles slower than the new record. Behind the scenes, inspectors check every car making a qualification attempt. These cars are certified stock within the rules set down by the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing. When the race is over, the first 5 finishers are rechecked against stock specifications. After qualification, the cars are impounded, and 24-hour-a-day guards make sure that there is no tampering with qualified cars. The parade of speed runs continue. Late qualifier Curtis Turner averages 118 1/2 miles an hour. His car is one of 20 that cracked Tim Clark's record of a year ago. When qualifications end and the dust settles, 70 cars are impounded, the fastest field ever to compete in a stock car contest. There is a different kind of contest, though, the night before the race. Specifications here are just as important as in race cars, and everything is strictly stock, especially the
gates of the track infield are opened, and fans begin an all-night wait. Music, movies, and free Harmony grits for breakfast when the sun comes up. Y'all come. Race morning, and still the fans are coming. Some of them have camped out in their cars since sunup, waiting for their turn through the tunnel, under the backstretch, and onto the 60-acre infield. There's a field that overnight sprouts cars instead of cotton. Say, man, it's morning. Morning, that is. On the front stretch, the Winyah High School Band, the national champions for the past 3 years, swings out with a Southern welcome. The cars are moving to the starting line. At the pole position, inside front row, Cotton Owens in a Pontiac. His qualification speed, 117 1/2 miles an hour. Next to him is Bobby Meyer's Oldsmobile, 117 miles an hour. On the outside, Curtis Turner in a Ford. Turner is last year's winner. Goldsmith is right behind Turner in the second row. They're ready and waiting. The pace lap begins. All cars will go once around the mile and 3/8 track in parade formation. Then come past the starting line at better than 110 miles an hour. This race is a once-a-year classic, the World Series of stock car auto racing. They're moving into the first turn of this high-banked asphalt track, one of the most modern in the nation. Stock car racing has changed the American automobile almost beyond recognition in the past few years. In 1950, top qualifying speed for this race was only 82 miles an hour, set by Curtis Turner. Now, 6 years later, they are 35 miles an hour faster. And testing on the track has added ruggedness, safety, and handling ability to the American stock passenger automobile. Out of the second turn, into the backstretch, and picking up speed as they go. Because of the number of cars entered, half the pits are placed along the backstretch. The fans in the backstretch grandstands are on their feet. The tricky third turn, and wheeling toward the start. This race, and others like it, have become the nation's greatest testing ground for automobiles, lubricants, and accessories. 500 miles of performance lie ahead. A year's wear and tear on parts and accessories packed into a single afternoon. Into the fourth turn, and heading for the front stretch. Here they come. The green flag. They're off. Owens grabs the lead. Turner and Myers battle for second. Down the backstretch at 110 miles an hour. Dirt and dust obscure vision and threaten to choke engines. The third turn. The leader in trouble. Owens slides and recovers at 115 miles an hour. On the fourth turn, Curtis Turner holds on to second place. Myers is third, Paul Goldsmith right behind him. End of lap one, and look at them go! Owens trying to move away from Turner, Myers, and Goldsmith as they turn corners at 116 miles an hour. Goldsmith in fourth position closes in behind Myers. There's only one fast and safe way through the fourth turn. Stay in line. Here comes Owens. And Goldsmith moves, blasting his way to third place. On the backstretch, Curtis Turner hauls up on Owens as the leaders catch up to the tail of the field. Here's Turner's challenge. Owens holds him off. But Smokey Yunick waits for them to come around again. On the fourth turn, Curtis Turner gets next to the rail, pours on the coal, and grabs the lead. Goldsmith, his teammate, lead-foots it after him. Turner in the lead. And Goldsmith second. That's okay for Smokey Yunick. Herb Thomas's car in the pits. But Herb isn't behind the wheel. In a last-minute switch, Fondy Flock, the old pro of auto racing, is driving. That car isn't handling right for Fondy. He's forced to change a wheel after less than 20 miles of high-speed running. Turner is in command, with Goldsmith tearing up the record books right behind him. Fondy Flock in Thomas's car spins out at the end of the backstretch. He's broadside to the oncoming traffic, bearing down on him at 115 miles an hour. The leaders are coming around at top speed. Look out! Bobby Myers and Paul Goldsmith slam into the stalled car. The cars are thrown 200 feet by the impact. Myers' car flips 3 times. The field is slowed as the 3 injured drivers are removed from the wrecks. Paul Goldsmith is on his feet, stunned but able to walk. Let's hear how the wreck looked to him.
Coming down the back stretch, I was following Billy, probably about 1 car length behind him, and his windshield was a little bit fogged up, and I couldn't see through the car to see ahead. And when I moved towards the outside rail, then I could see past the right side of his car, and I thought I seen a car on the groove. Just about that time, why, Billy's car just disappeared. I didn't even see where it went. It just like an explosion, and there was no time to avoid hitting it. Because when I hit it, why, the back end come up over, and then I went up in the air. I don't know how high, but I came down, and then it rolled over on the top, and rolled over once, and back onto its wheels.
On the front stretch, the cars are lined up for a restart after the track is cleared. A parade lap begins. Before the red flag stopped the race, Owens in number 6 took back the lead from Curtis Turner's number 31. Smokey Unick waits in his pit for the parade lap to end. They're ready to run again. As the green flag drops, Owens heads for the pit. Turner is forced out of position, and Lee Petty in number 42 gets in the groove next to the rail. Lee Petty's Oldsmobile roars to the lead. Speedy Thompson Chevrolet slips into second on the outside. Petty in number 42, full throttle. Thompson in number 46 is closing in. Where's Turner? Turner, like Owens, has given his car a pounding ride in the battle for first place. The average speed for the first 25 laps has been 112 miles an hour. In less than a minute, a wheel is changed and the gas tank is filled. Then Smokey sends him on his way. Goldsmith's wrecked car is out of the race, and this puts it squarely up to Turner. He roars back into 5th position. Car number 22, Fireball Roberts, begins to move. In 40 laps, Roberts has moved from 17th position to challenge the leaders. He roars past his pit in 2nd place. A lead foot, a wise head, and a fast car. Turner makes up for lost time. Roberts closes in on Lee Petty in 1st place. Roberts runs into trouble. A car out of control, and Roberts smashes into him. Fireball keeps control of his car and limps to the pits. But this car is in no shape to race. Fireball Roberts is out of the running after a beautiful battle for 1st place. Curtis Turner is now 2nd, moving up fast on Lee Petty. In 3rd place, Speedy Thompson in number 46 is running into trouble. Jack Smith in number 47 is waiting and hoping. The field is slowed by the yellow caution flag, and there's barely enough room above and below him for other cars. Thompson, battered but still running, heads for his pit and a mechanical check. Thompson has paced himself for 100 laps, running among the first 5 since the race was restarted. He's back in the race in 3rd place, behind Petty and Turner, who are in a furious battle for the lead. Look out! There's only room for one fast car in the 3rd turn. Turner is in real trouble. In Turner's first brush with the wall, his fender was crushed, and as he roared through the turn at 110 miles an hour, jagged metal ripped through his right rear tire. It looks like Turner is out of the race. The head-on collision with the guardrail smashed the radiator and smashed Smokey Yunick's last hope for victory. Turner walks away. Yunick makes his decision. He'll make it run again. Impatient now, itching to take the wheel. In 10 minutes, Yunick does a day's work. 15 laps behind the leaders, Turner is going to show the fans how a champion runs. It's been a tough day for the man who brought two sure winners to Darlington. Lee Petty, in number 42, still running wide open, setting a pace that means trouble to slower drivers. Uh-oh! Brownie King is trapped in the wreck. The yellow flag warns all drivers. But he's getting out. He's all right. With a clear track, Lee Petty opens the throttle. Speedy Thompson is half a lap behind. Thompson is cutting Petty's lead, and number 42 answers by turning laps at 109 miles an hour. Petty's right front wheel collapses as he roars into the corner. Speedy Thompson in number 46 Chevrolet takes the lead, and a tow truck takes Petty's car. Lee Petty takes a long walk home. But Curtis Turner, bent and battered, keeps pounding out the laps. With only a few laps to go, Thompson is setting records of his own. He edges his Chevrolet over the 97-mile-an-hour average, including slow laps run under the caution flag. Bud Moore, Thompson's mechanic, watches as Thompson pounds out the miles. Only 20 cars are still running. The white flag. Speedy Thompson begins his last lap, the longest lap in the race for his mechanic and pit crew. Moving down the backstretch for the last time, his average speed now 100 miles an hour for 500 miles. The checkered flag. Speedy Thompson in number 46 Chevrolet sets a new record in winning the Southern 500. Cotton Owens, pole position winner, takes second place, 3 laps behind Speedy. Here's the man and the car that ran 500 miles in only 5 hours. The toughest 500 miles in American stock car history. Mechanic Bud Moore shares the victory with Speedy Thompson. Moore is a veteran mechanic in stock car auto racing and has this to say about winning performance.
We knew that we needed all the power and the performance we could get on here at Darlington. We knew, too, that we'd have to do it for 500 miles. Now, it can really work a car. We depended on Wien's friction proofing in the engine to protect the car. And it's really done the job for us. Yeah, it's been terrific.
Wynn's friction-proofing products have been proven in racing competition, proven in use in the winning cars. For winning performance on the speedway or on the highway, it's Wynn's friction-proofing, the can with the red and black bullseye trademark. The proof is in the performance.